Tengo el gato los pantalones.
Hanging from a thread till you dead, cause your partner put a price on your head. Cause your chick was laying up in his bed, she getting details, spitting every word that you said. She working retail, thirsty bitch just trying to get ahead. If history tell us anything, y'all both end up dead. It's just a street tale of fable, some shit someone said. Sit at the table and hope there's more to offer than bread. Pulled out the cradle, first steps you getting chased by a fed. No head starts, just body parts and lead sparks. Old religion, brand new hate and weak hearts. Oligarchs, krakens, dragons, you see sharks. Imagine you could manage to maneuver the deep part. You a savage, you can have it, just show all your teeth sharp. If you could grab it, you could stab it, just aim for the bleeding heart. The ones that show compassion, a soldier that seeks art. Does the artist that wage war take over or take part? Taking a knee, thinking no one faithful is me. I'm good people in bad lands, no evil live within me. I mind mine, I'll survive, find this land's for the free. If I'm mistaken, I'm forsaken, no one rescuing me. Residual effects, stray bullets through familiar necks. For any number of infractions that I deem disrespect. Your beliefs, you deserve better, but we both in the shit. You just haven't come to grips with it yet. Fight or flight, and they ain't really nowhere to go. If your back is against the wall and you ain't throwing no blows, you gon' crumble in the rubble, become blood in the snow. If you a victim, they collect them, grab the body and go. Dig them and ditch them, total disregard for the soul. Gas them and lit them, watch the flesh burn in the glow. Where we live and catch a shivering, it's a hell you don't know. Your best hope is that your dying ain't slow, or your dying's a show. Where we at, it's every man for his own. A bloody backdrop, where killers just zone and slice flesh to the bone. Masked and gloved up front of your home. A flash of gun, but the side of your dome. Fresh blood from a stone, dents in your sense. Kick your fucking ball through the fence, dare you to say something. No sense in sitting around in suspense. Find out what's next, open your fucking mouth, disrespect. See the extent of how my life is intense. She beautiful and oppressed in a permanent summer dress. She a servant and still she blessed. Children cradled against her breast, whispering prayers, wishing their souls the best, knowing that they forgotten, not forgetting they're blessed. The bloodiest red lights, just piles of dead life. Something must be broken, the glyphs wasn't read right. You think them Bible papers will shed light? Yeah, right. Burn after reading, tell the preacher I'm leaving. What is poppin', people? Welcome to Shy Ill Reacts. I am your host, Shy Ill, and we are back in the building. Salutes to y'all. I appreciate y'all for being here today on this daylight edition of Shy Ill Reacts. Salutes to y'all on this Monday. Hope y'all getting after million. All right, hope y'all getting that million today. Salutes to y'all. We got some stuff to talk about, and we are here. What is poppin', people? Salutes to y'all. All right, we got subscribers only in the chat right now. See if that we're gonna drag them out. Salutes. All right, hundreds up. What's poppin'? We're gonna get through the chat. All right. Let's see what we got here. Shout out Velez on the check-in. My brother Old Soul. Shout out Shannon, Klakau, Zoraida, Eddie Jimenez. Salutes to y'all. I appreciate y'all. Happy Monday. Thank you for being here. Boom, I let the Discord know we gravy there. Let's get this out of here. Make sure y'all hit the like button on the way in. All right. First things first. What's popping? What's the good word out there, man? The world is burning. All right, last time we spoke was for the fights. We saw Benavidez, put in that work against Morrell, and Morrell made him put in that work. Right? Nothing fancy, nothing, just fighting. Dude was just fighting. He was no pushover. Morrell was no pushover. It didn't go down like that. So it was a good night of fights. Israel Adesanya unfortunately got knocked out. He was looking good in the first round. And last night, Claressa Shields knocked out a giant. Or got a knockout, a TKO on the giant. Papoose was out there rapping for her and shit. I was waiting to see Remy run up and shit. Nothing happened. What else? Something I gotta look at here. I gotta get a link from right here. Boom. We're gonna touch on the cartel stuff first, or the Mexican government versus the U.S. government shit. Let me see, where is it? Here it is. Bow. All right, again, hundreds up in the chat for y'all. Boom. Let's hang out for a bit, because I'm building my my voiceover setup, so it's been taking up my time all week. There's a lot of editing got to get done. It's gonna be a busy day after this live stream for me. But salutes. Let's get this. All right, let's make sure you share, hit the like button, share, comment. We almost at our 10,000 mark, man. 10,000. We trying to get to 100,000. We got to cross that 10,000 threshold first. So share, tell a friend, we talking about it. All right. Something that the U.S. has never mentioned that I can recall out loud. We've talked about it. Plenty of people have talked about it. The collaboration or corruption, right? Now, we like to talk about other countries. We know America's corruption and America's, that's deep. But they don't want to talk about that. That's not the part that we're talking about, right? The part we're talking about is Mexico. So, seems in a press conference. Right. In a press conference, the White House accuses Mexico of alliance with the cartels. Mexican president condemns slanderous allegations. Tensions escalate as Mexico rejects U.S. allegations, arguing that the American arms trade plays a key role in strengthening criminal groups. All right, hit the like button, yeah. Boom. Got a soldier with his little graffiti crowns and shit. A Mexican soldier stands ground next to some graffitis of the rug trafficker
Mayo Zambada, and the criminal group Cartel de Sinaloa in Palmas Altas village, Jerez del Garcia Salinas municipality, Zacatecas State, Mexico on March 14th, my birthday. All right. Okay, I see the MZ there. God, y'all could have recruited some better graffiti writers. Boldo could have hooked y'all up with some better graffiti writers, man. Fernando knows where they at. Get some good graffiti writers out there. Shout out Luis Peralta on the check-in. The block is hot down south Houston, Texas. Bunch of plugs been snatched. It ain't gonna stop no time soon. Let's get it. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum angrily responded to allegations issued by the White House accusing the Mexican government of collaborating with drug cartels. Sheinbaum accused the White House of slander and suggested that if there is any such alliance, it exists in the gun shops of the United States that sell high-powered weapons to these criminal groups. On Saturday, the White House published a fact sheet explaining President Donald Trump's 25% tariffs on all imports from Mexico, Canada, and China, which are set to go into effect on February 4th. The document claimed the economic sanctions are meant to address the extraordinary threat posted by illegal aliens and rugs coming from the sanctioned countries, detailing each country's participation in the border crisis. All right. Shout out to Kino on the check-in. In addition, the Mexican rug trafficking organizations have an intolerable alliance with the government of Mexico. That's the White House saying out loud, pointing the accusatory finger. All right? Pointing the accusatory finger at the Mexican government. Right there, out loud. We've been talking about, are they going to send troops? Are they going to send, the Wuha fucking super soldiers out there to go take care of these cartels? We've been asking that question. We've been hearing about it. They've been talking about it. But now they're pointing the accusatory finger directly at the Mexican government. All right? The White House said, adding that the government of Mexico has afforded safe havens for cartels to engage in drug trafficking activities, which collectively have led to the overdose unalivings of hundreds of thousands of American victims. President Sheinbaum responded swiftly via her official X account, rebuking the allegations and emphasizing the United States' role in fueling Mexican drug cartels. Are they going to say this quote in here? Let's see. Probably not, so let me read it. We categorically reject the slanderous accusation made by the White House against the government of Mexico, alleging alliances with criminal organizations as well as any interventionist intent in our territory. If such an alliance exists anywhere, it is in the gun stores of the United States that sell high-powered weapons to these criminals, as demonstrated by the U.S. Department of Justice itself in January of this year. All right? Salute. Hit that like button. Sheinbaum highlighted the more than 40 tons of rugs seized by the Mexican government in recent months, including 20 million doses of Fediwap, claiming that the answer to continuing rug combat operations lies in coordination and not subordination. Terrorists are not the way to solve problems. Rather, they should be addressed through dialogue, as we have done in recent weeks with the U.S. State Department to address migration on our end, with full respect for human rights, she said. Sheinbaum added that the country is moving forward in implementing Plan B, which included both tariff and non-tariff measures to protect Mexico. All right? So that was day one, day two of that situation, right? The United States pointed the finger at the Mexican government and said, y'all are in cahoots with the cartels. And the Mexican government said, y'all are in cahoots with the gun manufacturers and dealers. And everybody was pointing fingers. Mexico's mad, China's mad, Canada's mad about the tariffs, right? All right. Again, big threatening finger, if you ask me, that the U.S. pointed at Mexico. Unsolicited? Probably not. You know, they had it coming. They probably had it coming for generations, right? My first thought was, man, the U.S. feels ballsy enough to say this, and they're willing to point the finger. They must have got some new solid information. Can anybody guess where I first originally thought that maybe they got some more information from? Can y'all let me know in the chat who you think I think they got their information up from that makes them bold enough to point the finger and talk that shit? Huh? I mentioned it to someone I was talking to last night. I said, you think this is coming from here? And they said, well, the writing's been on the wall. You got the Garcia Luna situation. You got these situations where the United States has gone up in there and snatched up people and had to give them back, like it happened a couple years ago, right? Shout out Little Green Bean. Hold on. I got to start from last night, Eddie Jimenez, before we got to all that, all right? Shout out Young Jizzle on the check-in. But Les got the right idea. Green Bean got the right idea. First thing I said was, what's up, man? You think Mayo's giving them something that, got them real bold to point their fingers? And the person was like, nah, I don't know. Possible, but, the writing's been on the wall. Again, Garcia Luna, all of this. And then, today, right before this live stream, I had already picked what I was going to talk about. I was already on this road to talk about, as you can see in the thumbnail was already done. All of it was already done. I was on my way to talk about that. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so, y'all. The numbers ain't numbering right now. And I was like, I don't know, we'll see, right? And then I heard another update. There's another update, but don't rush me. We're gonna get to it after this. Shout out Primo on the check-in, right? I said, man, what if Mayo's over there being a songbird? You know what I'm saying? Giving them the real goods, the shit that they've been wanting, the shit that they needed that made it worth their while, that they're going to give the Chapitos 10 days in jail. Time served. Get out of here. You did us good. You know what I mean? And then I saw this. Got this through the wire. Again, inboxes are always full, all the inboxes. El Mayo Zambada entregó uno narco encyclopedia al EU. Hold on, let me see if I could, let me get my, translate on over here though. Let's see if I could do this. Oh man, Google, it's a beautiful thing, man. Let's get it. Make it so much easier on my life. El Mayo Zambada delivered a narco encyclopedia. Huh? He gave a narco encyclopedia. Remember the encyclopedias, the Britannicas? They be all on the bottom shelf collecting dust. You know what I'm saying? In that big ass cabinet, they were like this. They cost an arm and a leg. People got bad credit over it. Hit the like button, y'all. El Mayo Zambada delivered a narco encyclopedia to the U.S. This came out today. So I had this thought yesterday or the day before, but this came out today. Right? Zambada's revelations to U.S. authorities could be linked to recent statements from the White House. There it goes. Well, I linked them shits the moment I heard them White House statements. But it's not a hard thing to link, right? It's easy. I'm not giving myself too much props. Salutes. We all got it. We all knew what the fuck was going on here. Shout out 030 North on the check-in. Salutes. All right, shout out Eddie Jimenez. Bro, media's reporting on El Mayo providing all the tea on Mexican politicians from Salinas to Gortari to present. Bruh. He's been telling them since Jesus, what they say in The Sopranos, he's giving them information all the way from back when Jesus wore short pants. All right? New York. From former Mexican President Carlos Salinas de Gortari to the recent Andrés Manuel López Obrador, the legendary rug trafficker Ismael El Mayo Zambada has compiled a real narco encyclopedia Britannica, where presidents, governors, mayors, businessmen, journalists, rug traffickers, and other personalities have paraded through his hand for one reason or another. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Where's all the nut huggers? Can we get nut hugger emojis in the chat, bro? Where's all the nut huggers at, huh? Huh? Hold on, we don't need that there. We need this over here. Shout out Jennifer Myers.
Jennifer Myers just subscribed on YouTube.
Salutes. Thank you, Jennifer Myers. Appreciate you. Say it ain't so. Are they snitching? They snitching. Huh? They snitching? Is that what's happening? Is that what's happening? I thought there was no snitching. What happened to no snitching? Huh? I thought he was the most stand-up man in the world that would give himself up to get a deal for his children. Ah. Huh? I thought the twins was out of pocket for snitching. Huh? So is there a list of who's out of pocket for snitching and who's in pocket for snitching? Because it sounds like the most untouchable of all untouchables is singing like a birdie. Singing like a birdie. And people be mad, fuck you, I hope you die. Blah, 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 blah. Why? Because your hero's a snitch? Because you swore he would never do that? Come on, go write a corrido about it, bro. The corrido writers are going to be crying today and shit, you know what I mean? No hugger emoji. No, we gotta give HG her props. Hold on. Right? Hug. There you go. Boom. There we go. No hugger emojis. Bow. Huh? Say it ain't so, y'all. Say it ain't so. Hit the like button. He telling? Not just telling. What if he turns out to be the biggest snitch in history? Huh? What you think? They're going to stop telling his story? They're not going to make movies about him because he snitched? They're going to make more movies about him now. Huh? What you think? They're gonna stop writing the corridos for him? You think that if he were to do interviews tomorrow, huh? People are going to not interview him? But motherfuckers will be in my chat talking about, Shy, why you giving rats opportunities? But he was your hero yesterday. He was your hero yesterday. But today, he did what he did, and now you mad? Or you not mad? Which one is it? Are you picking and choosing? Am I wrong? Miss me with the picking and choosing, bro. Y'all said no snitching. This is the boss of all bosses. Snitching it up, giving an encyclopedia. Shout out Michael Moreno on the check-in. Ooh-wee. Michael Moreno. Say it ain't so, Michael Moreno. Tu jefecito. He's a little pajarito. Huh? Come on, man. We got to admit it. Everybody just got to admit it. Yep, encyclopedia and cordless phones. Boy, somebody throwing the phone. Somebody's here. They mad at their hero. They would have threw their cordless phone with the antenna across the room right now. You know what I mean? Say it ain't so. Y'all tap in and hit that button. 24 watching and 16 likes is crazy. I'm telling you, they got no respect around here. Clock out. They get free entertainment. Some of them have been watching for 2 or 3 years and are not man or woman enough to use a little kinetic energy to hit that like button. El Chapo's a Chester too. You know what I'm saying? So look, they're heroes. And this one, we were told that this one ain't. We were told that this one isn't, exempt from those charges either. We were told that this one's that Mayo's a chomo too. That's what we read. That's what we heard, right? Nobody told us otherwise. They've been snitching. Nut hugger emoji activated. We go right here. Nut huggers. It's for all the nut huggers. It's for all the Mayo nut huggers that want to put on the thing. He not a snitch though? Encyclopedia. All right? Narco encyclopedia where presidents, governors, mayors, businessmen, journalists, drug traffickers, and other personalities have paraded through his hands for one reason or another. Jennifer Myers said Mayo needs to know he was the... Yo, what the fuck are you talking about? Mayo needs to know he was with the Grice family from Seaford, Delaware, 48 hours on Crack Corner with Dan Rather. You got to explain that one, Jennifer. Salutes. Shout out ECA22. Appreciate you. Notice how all the corrido singers have been quiet around Sinaloa. No new corridos for your superheroes because they got to see who wins the fight. Hold up. I had to hit the like button. Salute Jennifer Myers. Jennifer Myers, explain to me what you're talking about with this. Mayo needs to know he was with the Grice family. Who's the Grice family? What are we talking about here? But thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you for subscribing. Primo, they got to wait and see who wins. They don't know if their superheroes are going to win, if the opposition superheroes are going to win. They got to, they got to wait because they don't want to make the wrong song and end up on the chopping block. You know what I mean? The contents of that encyclopedia are now in the hands of the United States authorities. Since his kidnapping and eventual handover to U.S. authorities, El Mayo's had enough time to recover his health, thanks to an addiction recovery program and medical treatment in prison. Aha! He was doped out, huh? Your superhero was a custody? Huh? He was getting high on his own supply? Huh? Look at you now. You're dead. I met Mayo and Chapo through my father, the boss of all bosses, Lucky Luciano's daughter. Jennifer Myers, who's Lucky Luciano's daughter? You Lucky Luciano's daughter? Jennifer? All of a sudden, they'd be like, I always fuck with so-and-so. Oh, yeah, they're going to be like, oh, yeah, we knew they were going to win. As soon as they made the corrido, we made this corrido way before this war was over because we knew you were going to win. Sure. But everybody's scrambling to save their little ass right now is what's happening. That's what's happening. All right. So he was in rehab, huh? So he got a little addiction problem. Oh, man, this man is more flawed than you thought he was, huh? You just thought he was up there looking at cows and fucking, nah, man, he's up there. I body, right?
I'm in your bubble. I'm in your bubble.
Let's see. Since his kidnapping and eventual handover to the U.S. authorities, El Mayo has had enough time to recover his health, thanks to an addiction recovery program and medical treatment in prison, to reflect on what happened, but also to tell the U.S. authorities little by little about negotiations, agreements, favors, and payments. Not to members of rival cartels, sources confess that he has not given information about enemies, but to members of the Mexican political class. Hold on. Authorities little by little about negotiations, agreements, favors, and payments, not to members of rival cartels. That he hasn't given information about his enemies. So is he doing the, was it the Frank Lucas? They just wanted him to, only, he was like, I only snitched on cops or some shit. Huh? Is that what we're doing? Uh-oh, Elvie said this is cap. Mayo has 10 years left to live, maybe. There's no point in cooperating and jeopardizing Maito Flaco. There's nothing he could give the feds to reduce his time down to 3.5 years. What the fuck you mean there's nothing to, nothing? He probably working out a deal for Maito Flaco right now. LV, how you don't know Maito Flaco's not on a plane on his way over here right now? Talking about daddy done hook me up. Whoever's next, you handle this war. Territory's yours. I'm going to get out of this shit. What do you mean he got it? And this is cap. And weren't you what was your stance, LV? Don't make us check the record either. What was your stance when you was probably one of the people that said this is cap. He'll never get tricked like that and thrown on an airplane. You know what I'm saying? Nah, that shit happened. And this is cap. He's not talking. He's talking. He's in jail. He'll talk for a motherfucking extra milk right now. He'll talk for an extra piece of cornbread. Fucking Life. Remember Life? Maybe I eat your cornbread. Huh? Huh? LV, Mayo tell on you right now for an extra ice cream scoop of some mac and cheese on Christmas. So, you got dude on some kind of high horse and shit. You know what I mean? Who's mice and rats, Calvin? Who's mice and rats? You gotta be clear when you speak around here. Mayo has 10 years left to live, maybe. There's no point in cooperating and jeopardizing Maito. How's he jeopardizing Maito Flaco? He's not jeopardizing Maito Flaco. If anything, he's helping Maito Flaco. Jig is up indeed. But that sounds like a horrible take. It sounds like one of those takes when he got here. Oh, he turned himself in. He wanted to see his kids. The fuck out of here. Hit the like button, y'all. Salutes. All right. Let's get it. An encyclopedia, all right? He willing to give up an encyclopedia for one more fucking chop. All right? I need that one right here. I want my fucking chop. I mean, I don't want his pork chop. I want his life. I mean, he'll give you up right now, LV. He'll give an encyclopedia. Now, is it like, that's crazy. Encyclopedia is a lot of books. So he's telling on he's not telling on his enemies, but only on members of the political class so far, right? The political class. Let's see. With the chronological order, but rather as those memories come to his mind, Zambada, without a chronological order, but rather as those memories come to his mind, Zambada has started with the most recent, the 6-year terms of Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador, and the most recent, the administration of the governor of Sinaloa, Ruben. Shout out Upper Echelon on the check-in. He said, wait, boss is snitch? Evidently. You don't think Mayo was addicted to anything? I don't know, man. Maybe he got a lot of pain since the last time you saw him and he got addicted to something. It's easy. Doctors do it to people all the time. Some people addicted and don't even know it. So, all right. But he said, wait, boss is snitch. Evidently the boss of all bosses snitched or is snitching. But LV said it's bullshit because LV said something about him jeopardizing Maito Flaco. Maito Flaco's good. Say it ain't so. Or say it ain't so, man. Say it ain't so, man. All right. So again, most recent, he started with the 6-year term of AMLO, and the most recent, the administration of Governor in Sinaloa, Ruben Rocha Moya. He'll work out a deal for Maito Flaco to keep the cash in businesses and only do 5 years. There you go. I don't know about the years. I don't know if he'll. Oh, Maito Flaco do 5 years? Yeah, it's all quite possible. Mayo and El Chumpo knows what I'm saying. Okay, Jennifer, what year is this when you met him and where at? Oh, 30's looking for receipts. It's funny how things work, huh? Ain't it? Ain't it? I guess my brother and I were right. Yeah, I mean. It was y'all or them. Somebody was going to do it. What's up, Shy? Tuning in here at work. Haven't caught it live in a while, but still watch afterwards. Man, catch them replays. Hit them like buttons. Appreciate it. Pelon salutes. All right, have a good day at work. Everybody that's at work, have a good day at work. Enjoy yourself at work and get that money. Right?
Millions!
Get that money. Holy shit. Huh? An encyclopedia, y'all. An encyclopedia. Play games if you want to. All right? That's the words. Blessings to everyone in the chat. That's the words. So then, that man isn't negotiating shit. If any of this is credible, then why is Trump negotiating with Claudia? Because you could fuck 2 bitches at the same time in life. No? You can't? That's not a thing? Huh? Get what I want from this one, get what I want from that one all at the same time. That's not. Man should have way more dirt across his history line if that's true. What you mean? He has plenty. No? He's been doing this shit a long time. He ain't. You think he's done giving information? They're just screaming encyclopedia off what he's told them already, probably. Fernando, for real, you think he's in there quietly, bro? He's not making no deal for nobody? You just think he's in there wringing his fingers, waiting to get off this mortal coil? Claudia might be fucking one. Yeah. That's what I'm saying though. I'm not making any excuses. I'm just saying shit. They were the teachers. I just caught on fast. It's like the twins saw the signs. I saw the signs. You know what I mean? the writing was on the wall, evidently, right? It's a different game. This is not you robbed the liquor store. Oh, he's absolutely not quiet, man. Talking his ears out. Okay, I'm saying though, because you're making it seem like he's not negotiating. Nah, he got something to go. He got a lot of history, bro. He got a lot to talk about. Right? But you jumped the gun on me, Fernando. You didn't even let me get to my next point, bro. That there are negotiations now between Trump and Ciderbomb, right? All that shit she was talking yesterday, and now they're gonna talk. I'm gonna pull it up right now. What I mean is, he isn't getting out. At best, he's helping his kids, and that's it. I don't think he's ever gonna see the light of day. I do think that he's gonna do something for somebody, for his kids at least, but he's already popped. Once you're there, you already got to go with the best case scenario and figure it out. Right? So salutes Fernando. Yeah, he's never gonna see the light of day. Yeah, I'm live. We early today. Pure salutes. Anyone and everyone will snitch. You're facing those triple-digit years. Yeah, this is not. These dudes are just talking. Everybody's talking. The more you know and did, the more you have to snitch on. So he's gonna be the ultimate snitch. The ultimate. He got 50 years of dirt that he could talk about. And he's gonna. Till his body stop working and he fall out, he gonna talk. Stay out the game. The game is dead. You know what I mean? There's nothing for you there. Your superhero is giving an encyclopedia on information to the White House. So Trump talking big, yeah. Trump talking crazy. Fear Mayo, why? If Camilo has a lot of info to talk about, imagine in Mayo. Yo, Camilo's hilarious. That guy's playing with his fucking life. If Mayo gets out, it's a hot one waiting on him. He been out for 50 years and there wasn't no hot one waiting for him, Jennifer. Sorry, dear. Nothing gonna happen to him. He can get out tomorrow, he'll be fine. Shy, even though I always defend Claudia, their announcement, both hers and Trump's announcement, is complete BS. Neither of what they're proposing can be accomplished. So the first proposal was what? Fernando, the first proposal was the tariffs, right? Him putting the tariffs on Mexico, China, and Canada, because neither is addressing the deep-rooted issues of each country. Well, we know that. Yeah, this is all superficial. We're not judging the real game of life and politics in this world. No, we're judging the shit that they show us, the show. You know what I mean? That's what we're looking at now. So this is all bullshit, but this is what we're watching. Hit the like button. This is what they give us. You thought we were big snitches. Wait and see. He isn't getting out. That's ridiculous. Yeah, he's never going to see the light of day as far as I'm concerned. But he going to say everything, though. Everything he can say. Trump isn't putting any restrictions on weapons. Oh, you saying on the way in? Yeah, no. We're going to talk about it. Pure art, you wilding the fuck out. I can't even put none of that shit on the screen just because you can't even use code words around this one. Shout out Winnie on the check-in. So the first one is the tariffs, right? That's the first one. But let me see what the update is, because I didn't see what it evolved into or what she had to say, Fernando, or how they're negotiating now. That I didn't get to before the show. That's what I want to talk to. So there's a delay. Fuck it. Let's go with this delay right here. Pure Art said, I just want to be heard. He said, okay, don't free your Mayo. My ADHD is popping off right now. You wildin'. All right, let's go here. I got to pay for this? Let me see. So we saw the White House point the finger at Mexico and say, y'all are corrupt. We saw Mexico point the finger back and say, y'all are gun runners. And now we hear about what I thought from the beginning. The moment I heard that they were pointing the finger saying y'all are corrupt, I said, oh, Mayo's giving them some good information. Maybe it's all a circle jerk, right? Maybe he is giving them information, but that ain't got nothing to do with it. Who knows? But that was my first thought. Then, next morning, information, Miles Encyclopedia Brown, right? Cool. Then the next update is that Mexico reaches deal with U.S. To delay tariffs. President Trump said he would pause tariffs on Mexico for a month, but levies on Canada and China were still set to take effect on Tuesday. Mr. Trump and Prime Minister Justin Trudeau of Canada are expected to have their second call of the day shortly. President Trump on Monday accused Canada of treating the United States poorly. Shortly. Wait. Yeah. Okay. Canada of treating the United States poorly shortly before he was scheduled to talk to the country's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau about the aggressive package of levies he vowed to impose on crucial American trade partners on Tuesday. You know, think about that. It's like let's take the migrant workers off the fields, stop the food, and let's stop all of these other trades with these other countries. It's like, at what point are we going to be suffering? Oh, the whole way through. Oh, my bad. Sorry, I was trying to understand it. Partners on Tuesday, Mr. Trump struck in an aggressive posture during remarks in the Oval Office suggested that the United States did not need Canada to make cars or supply with lumber, and saying once again that he would like to see it become the 51st state. That's invasion talk. You know what I'm saying? You're threatening people's shit. Like, the call with Mr. Trudeau, as well as talks he expects in the next 24 hours with Chinese leader Xi Jinping, whose country is also a target of Mr. Trump's, will follow a deal reached with Mexico, reached for a temporary reprieve from the tariffs, which stirred fears of a far-reaching trade war that have roiled markets around the world. President Claudia Sheinbaum of Mexico struck the deal for a one-month delay of Mr. Trump's 25% tariff after the two countries reached a series of agreements on border security, including a promise by Mexico to send 10,000 more troops to the border. Okay, so they're sending aid and assist. They're sending help to America, to the border to hold shit down. The agreement came 2 days after Mr. Trump also announced tariffs on 25% against Canada and 10% against China. The president said he would impose the tariffs until the countries alleviated the flow of migrants and rugs, particularly FedEx, to the United States. While Mr. Trump included a partial carve-out for Canadian energy and oil experts, he acknowledged over the weekend that his tariffs, which covered countries that account for more than a third of the products bought in the country, could cause some pain for consumers. So Trump's already letting you know that, hey, you're going to take all of this and you're going to like it, right? We're going to be better for it. We're going to be greater for it. No mames. All right, you wildin'. Putin was right. She folded like a piece of paper. She folded like one of them bras that I was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's fucking right now. Yo, Shaw, why do people glorify these rug dealers? They're not doing anything good for their own country, unaliving innocent people. I leave it to what JP said once, the allure. Humans, bro, we're a little behind, bro. Humans a little behind. Shout out Fernando. I can't even get on board with these assholes mad about migrants or immigrants, etc. My grandfather was deported 12 times strictly off snitching, not being a criminal. That's crazy. Fucking snitches. Shout out Chucky Chingon on the check-in. Salutes. All right, so let's see. So he knows there's going to be some pain for y'all. Mr. Trump also spoke earlier Monday with Trudeau, whose country has already announced retaliatory levies of 25% on U.S. goods. China, for its part, has vowed to file a case against the United States at the World Trade Organization and take corresponding countermeasures. So we're basically in a Cold War that's not so cold no more. Now we're playing money games. It's an economic war. No? Am I wrong? We're at war with everybody. In response to tariffs that could raise the cost of online goods. Oh, man, your Amazon bill's already through the roof, people. Ahora sí te la van a cagar.
Yo vivo tranquila con los pesos. Cállate, hijo, puerta.
Mexico's reprieve. Miss Seidelbaum said during a news conference in Mexico City that she had reached the agreement with Mr. Trump after a very respectful conversation. Under the deal, Mexico received a 1 month delay and promise from the United States to help stanch the movement of. There you go. See, like that's the thing. Y'all read this. Some of y'all believe it. Some of y'all. I don't believe none of it. To me, this is theater. This is theater. This is it. Oh, we made a deal. I'm going to send them, make sure that we stop some guns. They're going to make sure we stop some immigrants. Everybody's a happy family. We live to fuck another day. That's what's going on over here. All right? Under the deal, Mexico received a 1 month delay and a promise from the United States to help stanch the movement of hammers back over the border, Mrs. Seidelbaum said. Both leaders sounded optimistic on Monday. Seidelbaum says she was sure the coming month would yield good results, while Mr. Trump wrote in a social media post that he looked forward to taking part in further negotiations. Canada's response was a senior Canadian government official familiar with the call between Mr. Trump and Mr. Trudeau this morning was not optimistic about the possibility that Canada would be able to get a similar reprieve, saying that the situation was still in flux. Canada has released a list with hundreds of American goods from liquor to dishwashers that would face 25% tariffs starting Tuesday. The agreement between the United States and Mexico leaves, just understand, people, your life just shot up another 25%. Not to mention all the extra shit they're going to throw on that. But just be ready, or just know it's 25% and it's not around the corner. It's on your ass. All right? It's in your fucking bubble.
I'm in your bubble. I'm in your bubble.
Right? Hit the like button. Automakers relieved. The U.S. auto industry dodged the supply chain catastrophe after Mr. Trump's delayed tariffs on products from Mexico for at least a month. But automakers still face severe disruptions, and car buyers may see major price increases. It's crazy if he doesn't grant similar relief to Canada. Tariffs explained. Mr. Trump has insisted that his tariffs will not increase prices for American consumers. You just told us to expect a little pain. All right? What did Larry Hoover say? They turn you over, they try to put it in your ass. And if you move to try to keep them from doing it, they consider you rebellious. You know what I'm saying? LV said, 50-year encyclopedia. What happened in the 80s and 90s is useless information. Cool if you say so. You know what I'm saying? But 50 years includes last year, the year before that, the year before that, the one before that, and the fucking 45 before that. Right? So fuck the 80s and 90s. The man talking. Your hero's talking. You know what I mean? That's it. Fuck the 80s and 90s. Fuck them. Right? But 50 years that ended on July 25th, 2024. So that means 2023, 2022, all of that's still relevant, bro. We can still use that stuff, huh? Okay. Mr. Trump has insisted that his tariffs will not increase prices for American consumers and that if anyone pays the cost, it will be other countries. But a review of how tariffs work suggests that is not the case. No, you're going to get screwed. Europe may be next. Mr. Trump signaled on Sunday that Europe could be his next target, telling the BBC that tariffs will definitely happen with the European Union and could come pretty soon. Here's what I don't understand about this whole presidency shit, right? So here's what's going to happen. You're going to have this guy, he's going to do all this tariff shit, maybe knock down, what's it called? Income tax, right? Federal Reserve and all that shit. Then when he's gone and the other side takes over, they're going to just implement that shit. At the end of the day, who's the one that suffers? The kids in the divorce. Who's the kids? Y'all. And them are your daddies. And y'all love them too much. And it's going to take a day that the American people want to kick in a fucking door or two. That's the only way that this shit going to change. Otherwise, y'all are just, y'all are just chickens on their land. Period. Right? But there it is. So the United States government pointed the finger of corruption at Mexico. Mexico said, fuck you. Y'all are the corrupted ones that sell weapons. Then they both sat down. They blew each other. They made a little deal to placate us. They said that they're going to do this, that, told us some bullshit. And now we'll see what happens in another month. It'll all stay on the news cycle, and we'll be talking about it right here. Hundreds up in the chat for y'all. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. That sounds like a circle jerk, and it sounds like we in some kind of weird Cold War right now. That's what I see happening. Let's see what I missed. Absolutely not useless because a lot of those ex-presidents still have a ton of power and sway. Yeah, I was going to say that there's residual effects, right? And there's dudes that were young in the 80s and 90s that are still in government, right? I was going to go that deep, but I just feel like he's saying whatever, so I gave him the path of least resistance, and the path of least resistance is that, 2023, 2022, 2021, 2020, 2019, 2018, all the way back to 50 years, all of that shit is good. Exactly, Shy, because these are just executive orders which are only good for the term. Yeah, it's all horseshit. This is all a circle jerk. Shy, I'm going to send you a screen recording of the ish that Twitter is now 20 straight tweets of only conservative BS. Had to delete that ish. What do you mean? Twitter's the one putting out the... putting out their shit. They're using their platform for their propaganda. All right, so that's the story right there. U.S. shut them down. They said, fuck you. Mayo told everything. They made a deal. Everybody's happy. And motherfucking all you nut huggers out there, you're mad and you're crying. Not my Mayo. Not my Mayo snitching. Oh, no. I can't believe it. Believe it, motherfucker. Believe it. Believe it. I see Pure Art. Pure Art wants to be heard. This ain't a free country on my chat, Pure Art. I fucks with you, but you'll be heard when I decide what you saying should, I'm not playing with. I see how you misspelled it though. That was slick though. That was good. All right, boom. So there we go. That's the standoff between Scheidebaum and Trump. Got nowhere. They got to they got to fucking, and there we go. Now we on to something else.
No mommy's weak.
Executive orders. They're bullshit. It's all bullshit. Here, I'll read this before we go here too. Can I? No, I wanna save it. Let's see. Should be right here. All right, let's see. This was from Luis Chaparro's story. And Mayo Zambada is giving the U.S. authorities an encyclopedia on the history of Mexican drug trafficking and corruption. Is this the same shit we read? Yeah, this is the same exact thing. Okay, so we don't have to read that. It's the same exact thing. All right, so we got that out the way. The nut huggers are gonna cry. She put a 10,000 on a tree. Yeah, she gonna send 10,000 because Trumpito told her, "Hey, arréglate. You better get right. You don't want no problems, right? You don't want no fucking problems." Let me go see what's up with this guy. I'm gonna hunt for JP during the day and see what's going on over here. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go to this. Let me see. Boom. See, this video Nando was talking about. Boom. He said this is all that's on his feed is breaking. Announces that he will dedicate his time to defeat senators that vote against RFK. Saying goodbye to our illegals, Trump 24. Cops investigate father who wiped the car with his baby. Y'all motherfuckers do too much for these videos. The shit's crazy. I'd have probably done that shit too, though. That one's funny. Newsmax, yeah, no. They got you. They algorithmed you, Fernando. Look, Elon Musk all in your shit. Shit is spooky, boy. A bunch of fucking lames. Everybody's watching a bunch of fucking lames run the world. Bunch of bitches. It's crazy. YouTube is flagging for clickbait now. I hope so. They need to leave me the fuck alone. They need to go worry about something else other than me. You know what I mean? That's what they need to do. Leave me the fuck alone. Wait, did I showed y'all this, right? Yeah, I did. Shout out Raven Jefferson on the check-in. Salutes. Salutes Pete Never on the check-in. Appreciate you. Pete came in hot. She putting 10,000 on the board. No sports, no music, nothing. Just fucking propaganda on Twitter. These motherfuckers is crazy. All right. Let's get it. Hundreds up in the chat for y'all. Look at Edward. Eduardo Cruz. Yes, Donald Trump. Jefe de jefes. Donald Trump is a mamabicho. Like all the other mamabichos up there, bro. Giving him too much props. He's a mamabicho. Mexico is folding. They're sending 10,000 National Guard. Are y'all watching the show that we're... Some of y'all be in the chat but are not watching the show. And I'm watching y'all motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Jefe de jefe with 34 crimes. My bad, I just hopped back on. I didn't know you guys were on that already. I should have known. Yeah. I'm like, yo, y'all watching the fucking show? Yeah. They made a deal. Everybody made a deal. Everybody's fucking. Everybody's fucking. Boys and girls see our government is trafficking and responsible for every rug addict on the streets. You see, they don't talk about addicts. Addiction is no. They'll talk about hammers. They'll talk about trafficking. They won't talk about addicts. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so. No. Mexico got the hot potato. Right? Get this fucking guy out of here for now. See what I got here. That's all. Yeah, fuck with us. Blah, blah, blah. Get this fuck out of here. Sound like we have more problem with Canada. Oh, no, yeah, it's a problem with Canada. Trudeau's like, what? Run up. Huh? Trudeau's like, what's up?
I'm in your bubble. I'm in your bubble.
Trudeau don't give a fuck. Like, what's up? I wore blackface. Fuck you gonna tell me? Huh? He think he more gangster than Trumpito. Think he way more gangster. All right. What time is it? 2:30. I'm gonna try to catch something live at 3:30. If that happens, but we here. Hundreds up in the chat for y'all. Did you see in Michigan a hyperbaric chamber with a 5-year-old child? What? First of all, why is that shorty in a hyperbaric chamber? No, I haven't seen that. I have to look into that, Shannon. Thank you. Again, did I say hi to Raven? Salute, Raven. Appreciate you. Hope you're having a good day. All right. What do you guys know about the relationship between... Hold on, let me see. It's our boy Camilo and shit. Camilo talking crazy. Camilo's in hot water, boy. Camilo is in hot water. What you think of the fight with Benavidez? I think it was a good fight. I think Morrell didn't go quietly, all right? He raged into that good night. All right. Shout out P Never on the check-in with the $10 super chat. I appreciate you, sir. Yeah, it was a good fight, man. Morrell could have crumbled and folded up like Ciderbomb did, but he didn't. He didn't have really much to show. He was fundamental as fuck, but he wasn't gonna be, he wasn't just gonna fold up. Boom, I want to go give hundreds up to Pete Nevis. Salutes. I was rooting for Dave Benavidez and thought he won, but Morrell did great. Yeah, I was same thing. Same thing. And we had the conversation that night. Some thought he didn't look good. I just thought that the opponent looked good. Some thought that Benavidez looked bad. Sometimes you got to give that credit to the opponent, you know. We just want to see motherfuckers cut through everybody. It don't work like that all the time. Sometimes. Hold on, man. I'm trying to hit these hundreds up for Pete. So how many of y'all know about the so we're gonna talk about this 50 Cent Big Meech whole situation because you know it affects the Twins TV show. It affects just a lot of shit that we talk about here. And I wanna get into this little dive, and then I wanna use this on my For Beginners channel because you know I've been listening to the internet talk about this situation, and everybody's been talking about how, you know, I see both sides arguing about it. You know, oh well, Fifth can't expect loyalty and nobody owes him loyalty, or you know he should expect loyalty and he don't play about his. So we're gonna get into all of that, and I want to talk about it. All right, let's get it. Hold on, man. Something happened. Here we go. Off topic, I know, my bad. No, I gotta look into that, Shannon, because that sounds fucking crazy. Sounds ridiculous, actually. But I've listened. People done told me way more ridiculous shit in the chat. I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. And then I go find it. I'd be like, God damn. All right. Oh, let me get this away from here, too. He knew how to dance and was tough. No, he was tough, bro. He took everything that fucking Benavidez threw at him. He took everything he threw at him. Salutes. Became a big fan when I saw that Morrell lived in Aguascalientes when he was in Mexico and loved it down there. Bruh, that's what made you a fan, bruh? Fuck his boxing? Just where he lived and shit? Goddamn, Fernando. Salutes. All right? Let's talk about it. For those that don't know who Big Meech is, right? Big Meech is a kingpin. Right? Him and his brother Southwest T were kingpins. Kingpins in Detroit that moved their operation down to Atlanta. That ended up changing what the game looked like as far as drug trafficking in the United States at the time. While most people were trying to, you know, stay low key, stay out of the, you know, public eye, these dudes wanted to be seen, and they wanted to be seen at their biggest, as the biggest. Billboards and parties and diamonds and pools and mansions and hammers and soldiers and hang-arounds and tag-alongs and leeches and putas and, you know, all the things that come with it. Informants. All the things that come with that life. Right? And they did it big. They were known as BMF, the Black Mafia family. Right? Known as BMF. And they got locked up. They got indicted. They went to prison. Many people spoke. There's always been allegations thrown around. Oh, this one spoke, that one spoke. You know, Blue Da Vinci, which was their rap artist, he spoke, this, that, the other. It was always talk. But they did what? How long did Meech do? When did Meech go to jail? Big Meech went to jail. In 2008, he was sentenced to 30 years in prison. 30 years. Right? $30 years. You know, sounds like it's over, right? 30 years, it's a wrap. It's over. How about Southwest T? They both got 30 years in 2008. Southwest T. Now, mind you, they're brothers. Him and Southwest T. Big Meech and Southwest T. They did this together. And they're brothers. But they're brothers with problems. Right? And they had problems. You know, they had beefs. And they had separate factions. I'm sure they went down for a lot of the same shit. How did I end up in Google Shopping? What the fuck is going on here? So they went to prison, both of them, 30 years, right? And while they're gone, the rest of the world think that they're still balling out of control. But while they're gone, their family suffered, right? Hit the like button, y'all. While they're gone, their family suffered. What you think? They was balling out of control and shit? They was doing big things? Nah, man, when people are in prison, especially the breadwinners, things suffer, you know? Family being first and foremost, right? And then, I don't know how many years into it, 2008 to, let's just say, when did the BMF show get signed? Let me see. Season 1. April 2020. Stars announced the first season of the BMF TV series in April 2020. The show premiered on September 16th, 2021. All right? So from 2008 when they were sentenced, a TV show happens for them in 2020, 2021. Right? 50 Cent made that happen. Somebody was going to come and do it, right? Somebody was going to come along and put up the money to take them life rights. They were going to get it done. Shannon said it was crazy, but unfortunately it's true. Child was in the hyperbaric chamber receiving treatment. God damn. That's not the child that was on the train, right? I mean on the plane, right? Because what the fuck happened up there? But anyways, yeah, I don't want to veer all the way off. I'm going to look into that, Shannon. We'll talk about it on another live. Shout out Pete Never. Someone told me that Canelo's dodging the boxer that just won. Yeah, people have been saying for a long time, including the boxer that you just watched, David Benavidez, that Canelo's been ducking him. No worries. Let's get it. So from 2008 to 2021, I wonder what kind of money they was making, right? But the main big kahunas were in prison. But 50 Cent made it happen, right? Now, 50 Cent at the time was doing the Power. It started with the whole Power Universe thing. And you know, he wanted to attack this BMF thing. He had the Raising Canaan thing going. He wanted to get at this BMF thing. And I thought it was great, right? Like, hey, that's dope. Let's get it. Because you know, hip-hop is at the age where now it's our stories that are going to be told, right? He didn't have to do it, but he saw the good business in it. 50 saw the good business in it, right? So he did it. Let's talk about, let's watch this video real quick. Right, these are some of his stars, right? He's counting on this younger generation right here. He's actually building this younger generation right here. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knew these guys before 50 put them on the show. Period. I just exclude Joe because what does he have on his feet, man? Are those some kind of, what is that? Some kind of spizike? It looked like a 4, but I don't know. I gotta look at that. But anyways, you know, I count Joe off of this list, even though Joe is, you know, but Joe, you know, he's doing other things too. But as far as the next generation of actors and shit, 50's bringing them guys along, right? 50's bringing them guys along. And, we're going to get there, Chucky. We ain't got there yet. We're going to get there. I just want to start with the intentions of the show, right? Hit the like button if you have yet to do so. So he's bringing along this group of people here, right? Let's check this out.
My name is Demetrius Fennery, and today I just did a XXL. Cover shoot with 50 Cent and the rest of the cast members from Power. My name is Demetrius Fennery.
Fuck, I was muted when I said all that, didn't I? All right, let's do that again. My bad. I just looked at it too like, damn, I think I was muted. I gotta go refresh my drink. So for those that don't know, there's Big Meech, right, who was in prison for 30 years. And then there's Little Meech. Little Meech is Big Meech's son, who was just a teenager at the time.
My name is Demetrius.
He was just a teenager at the time, right? And in 2020 or whatever, 2019, and 50 made him the star of the BMF show, right? So let's check that out.
My name is Demetrius Fennery, and today I just did a XXL cover shoot with 50 Cent and the rest of the cast members from Power. I'm doing the cover shoot because I'm the star of BMF. BMF is Black Mafia family. So his whole story, his whole group, him and Southwest T, his brother, and you know, him and his brother made an empire. Telling their story because they're street Detroit legends. Probably the biggest Detroit legends to ever come out of Detroit. Telling their story, I'm playing my father. Well, 50 actually came and got me before I even knew I could even act at all, before acting was even a thought.
Hold on. Sorry, guys. We got the sound back. My apologies. But I did repeat myself. I said all the things I wanted to say. Make sure y'all are live. Some of y'all might be behind on the stream a little bit. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so, y'all. Salutes, all right? I hope everybody is working towards their million today.
BMF is Black Mafia family. So his whole story, his whole group, him and Southwest T, his brother, and you know, him and his brother made an empire. Telling their story because they're street Detroit legends. Probably the biggest Detroit legends to ever come out of Detroit. Telling their story, I'm playing my father. Well, 50 actually came and got me before I even knew I could even act at all.
50 came and got me before I even knew I can act. You couldn't. You couldn't. Nobody can until they can, right? 50 came and got me before I even knew that I could act. That means a lot. Shout out Shannon. Shannon said, bar open already? So hell no. Salutes to you though for asking. Might not open today. Don't know. It is rather early. Right? It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It being early could be a good thing or a bad thing, you know, who knows? But shit. You know, I did what? I did 3 9.5s. That's about a 6-pack of Bud Light and 2 shots of Hen in a small amount of time the other day. I think I did pretty good. But coño, the next morning, man, I ain't no spring chicken no more. Shit. Right? I done lost some of my superpowers, man. Thank God I still got my allure. I'd have nothing.
Acting was even a thought. My dad was telling their story, I'm playing my father. Well, 50.
I'm playing my father. 50 came and got me before I even knew that I could act.
He actually came and got me before I even knew I could even act at all. Before acting was even a thought. My dad called me one day and told me that he wanted me to fly to Atlanta in his presence so I could meet 50 for the first time and see the first casting that he was doing. You know, so I flew out there and it was lined around the street. And the first time I met 50, you know, it was just genuine. And I sat by him and we actually got to watch people audition for a couple hours. And the next day he called me, 8 o'clock in the morning, woke me up. I'm like, damn, 50 calling me. So I answered the phone, he like, hey, what you think about going to acting classes? I want you to play your dad. And at first, you know, it sounded crazy, but of course, you know, I'm...
So think about that. They sat around the auditions, him and the kid. He brought the kid around. He ain't got to go look for that kid. He had no reason to go look for that kid. Listen, he made the deal with the arbiter, the benefactor, let's say, of the BFA name, which is Tammy Cowens. We'll get to her eventually, right? But when 50 made the deal with her for the life rights in the BMF show, 50 didn't have to go look for that kid, hang out with that kid. 50 didn't have to hang out with Pop Smoke. 50 didn't have to go look out for Chief Keef. 50 didn't have to do nothing for Dirk, the baby. 50 didn't have to do nothing for none of them. Business, business, right? We always say that, oh, business, 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 right? He had no reason to go look for Big Meech, son. But it's just the way his mind works, right? The way his mind works is, shorty's here. Look like the pops. This could be good. Let me invest in that. Let me boost that subject up. Let me boost that situation up, right? Shout out Shannon, just asking. Salute Zoraida thinks that shit's funny. They tried to destroy me the other day. That's why 50's pissed he invested money in the kid. We're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. But my point is, once the deal is done for the BMF, that kid don't got to be sitting at no casting, watching actors, you know. And I get it. 50 could bring them as a hey man, does that feel like your father? Would that you know what I'm saying? As a consultant, yes, you could do that. But he didn't have to do that either, right? But when you do a deal with a family, you want to keep things in the good graces and all of that shit, you get it done. Shannon said, "Her, you was hungover, man. I was fucked up. I got up for the fights. I just wasn't gonna turn on no camera, no live stream, nothing. I just watched the fights. I was hungover for real." I gotta stop paying so much attention to the chat. I'd be losing myself. But the deal was done, bro. He didn't have to be there at all. And he brought him there, and they sat around and they watched actors do work.
I'm gonna do it. I'm not doing nothing. So of course I wanted to do it, you know. What you think about
He said, I'm not doing nothing. He wasn't doing nothing. They weren't getting money. They weren't getting money. They was going through it, which is what happens to people. People go through it. Maybe we're gonna get right. People was going through it, right? So 50 threw him a bone, man. And say, man, why don't you would you be interested in playing your old man?
going to acting classes? I want you to play your dad. So they called me 8 o'clock in the morning, woke me up. I'm like, damn, 50 calling me. So I answered the phone. He like, hey, what you think about going to acting classes? I want you to play your dad. And at first, you know, it sounded crazy, but of course, you know, I'm gonna do it. I'm not doing nothing, so of course I wanted to do it. You know, I just didn't know if I could do it.
The draft from Randy about, because it was important to show the origin story, to see the innocence and how they chose to get involved, and then it grew. Well, I hired 2 of the top casting agents in California. They sent me photos of people who would be good choices to play the role, and none of them looked like him. None of them. I'm like, yo, nah, this is.
But that should be my problem with executive producers. And with people in general, fans of shit. Man, you're not always going to get the guy that look like him. Get the motherfucker that can act. Because it's going to be way worse if he looks like him and he can't fucking act. That shit's going to be trash. You know what I mean?
This is not it. I had done the casting in Atlanta.
He said they don't look like
2 of the top casting agents in California. They sent me photos of people who would be good choices to play the role, and none of them looked like him. None of them. I'm like, yo, nah, this is not it. I had done the casting in Atlanta. I run into him then, but when I look at him, he looked like his daddy, like spitting his hair down like his daddy. The same thing, like it was like, yo, I'm like, He looks less like his dad in the show than he did that day. I got him from Atlanta to California and was able to get him with the coaches and have him be in a new environment where he can have that extreme focus to get ready fast.
Bro, they took him. Oh, what? Another what? Damn, I can't open this fucking bag to save my life right now. Well, you missed what? Another open bar? Oh, you got kicked today? No, we got no drop frames today. Oh, you got kicked that day. I need some scissors. But he's saying, I sent them to school, I sent them to coaches, I sent them to learn, to study, to go come play his father.
And he would usually get ready. You know, so the intensity of just being that focused on doing it allowed him to achieve this in a short period of time. He was able to do it because, you know, like financially, I was supporting the idea, and I believe he could do it. He had moved to California and was working with acting coaches, and his dad didn't know that he was actually doing that because we had to establish that he was good enough to do it. Even his dad is the kind of person that doesn't like to fail at things. So he'll look and he'll say, is he the best person for it? And I'm saying, yeah, he's the best person for it, for multiple reasons. You can't find anything more authentic than him portraying his dad. From my perspective, BMF is important in a different way. Like, as things start to shift culturally, when hip hop culture is not being dominated by New York City and California or West Coast-based material, it moves to the Southern market, the culture changes, dance culture comes in. Like you see now, a person can launch their record.
My bad, did it again. He wasn't doing shit, bro. Well, Brody. My bad, y'all. We chilling. Bar's closed, but my consciousness is open.
BMF is important in a different way. Like,
the kid wasn't on shit. The kid wasn't getting money. The kid was just, holding on. I get it. I'm an actor. I want the best actor in that position. 50 wants that authenticity. You're going to lose that authenticity if you can't get this kid to act right, is my point. But cool. He made his decision, whatever it was.
As things start to shift culturally, when hip hop culture is not being dominated by New York City and California or West Coast-based material, it moves to the Southern market, the culture changes, dance culture comes in. Like you see now, a person can launch their record with TikTok, and the dance challenge will turn into why the song is working. But as the crack house turns into a trap house and trap music emerges in the culture,
And don't get me wrong, I was excited. I think he did a good job, considering the position he was in. I'm only showing you this to show you where 50 went creatively and out of his way for the family to put them in a position to do what they do.
Their dad's indictment is the largest indictment that happened since then. The significance in him being able to play his dad, for me, the points that I get really excited about it is his dad, like when he was on the phone, he called and talked, he said, I don't know if you were conscious of this when you was doing this, but you moved him closer to me because he's spending more time thinking about things that we experienced, things that we did. He get a chance to do everything we did and he not going to jail. It's a different level of excitement for me watching him.
It means,
I see Fifth do this a lot. He does it with these young artists. He wants to give them the push, man, more than I see many other MCs, bro. And most of the time, he doesn't even get involved business-wise. He let them stay over there, get their money. He ain't into taking their taking their contracts or their publishing or this, that, or the other. Chucky Chigone, have you ever met 50 Shot? I don't think I ever met 50. I've been in his office and shit, you know what I'm saying? I got friends in his office. Jeremy Bettis is a friend of mine. Salute to Jeremy. And there's been a couple of times where we were supposed to, you know what I'm saying, that I could have met him and it didn't happen, so it just hasn't happened yet. But he comes from a noble place when it comes to the next generation. He don't just sign somebody because they're hot or this or that. You know what I'm saying? You got to be going through some shit. He got to see something, you know, something from the gutter with you. You know what I mean? And so I see him do this for the youth, and he did it for fucking Little Meech. And he put him through the classes. He put him through school for that, for acting. And put him on there. And I was like, hey, man, that's kind of dope, you know? I would have loved to see Chris Rivers play his father, right? But if there was a better actor that could do it better, well, I want to see that guy. You know what I mean? I want to see, you know, a lot of guys play their own man. But Fifth looked out. Took the shorty, put him under his wing, sent him to school, got him the star role, got him a weekly check of buku dollars and mad residuals.
The world to me, and I always say this is like life or death for me, I feel like, because that's how serious I take it. Not even more so with the job itself, just so with me telling the story right, because he's still in jail, you know, and he got taken away from me so young and missed my whole teenage childhood. So it's like I want people to know the real him, and that's all he wanted people to know was the real him. People only know what they hear, you know, what their opinion is, what somebody else thinks of him, you know. They don't really know the real Big Meech. This is my big brother, you know. He's my mentor at the same time. He really guided me and helped me throughout the whole way before anybody else believed in me, before my dad even knew I could do it. 50 believed in me. He believed in me. And that, I feel like that meant the most to me, because at the end of the day, no matter how much doubt I had, I always knew in the back of my mind that 50 had my back, you know. And I just wanted to make him, my dad, proud the most, you know.
I think that they should expect him, like I said, like all of these guys, Meech, Michael, Makai, and Tommy, for them to be superstars following this. There's gonna be a lot going on, so they should just get ready for that.
Like John Travolta in the John Gotti movie. How'd you feel about that, huh? Like somebody else, like what's the other guy's name that did it? Can't remember right now. But anyways, boom. So I wanted to play that, you know. So 50 takes the kid, puts him season 1, season 2, very good seasons. Show takes off, right? The kid, you can see that he's a rookie, but he's doing good enough to play his daddy's part, and it's a beautiful thing. It's going down. It's happening, right? Bet. All right, let's move on to the next phase of this fucking operation. All right? Let's move on to the next phase of this operation. At some point, recent years, Southwest T, I believe around I can't say the word, you know, when everybody was wearing the mask. Around that time, Southwest T, I believe, was released. Let's see if I get his release date. Let's see. All right, he was released in May 2020 from a 30-year situation, right? So he did what? 8 to 18. So boom, he got released. When he got released, did 50 Cent take a picture with him when he came home, or a video? Let me see. 50 Cent, Southwest T. This was the first time I remember there being any, yeah, they did take a picture together. Here it is. Boom. right? Now, this is when he got home. This is when he came out, right? But shortly after, Southwest T hooked up with Supreme's son. Now, something strikes me weird about Supreme's son. He's always on a mission to, I don't know, man. We'll talk about it. Southwest T and Supreme Jr. All right, let's see. Where is it? Here it goes.
Yeah, I had to throw that
You got the front. Yeah, I do the back.
Yeah, I had to throw that on there, man.
Yeah,
and listen,
nice.
this moment.
All right, so for those that don't know who Preem is, okay? Preem is 50's arch nemesis in real life. All right? There's been many lore and legend and story told out there. Salute Ivy on the check-in. Supreme was the older hustler in the hood that pretty much quote unquote ran things, and 50 was the young up and comer that wasn't trying to hear shit from nobody, right? And you know, they had problems, so much so that Preem put money on 50's head, right? And 50 was then hit nine times. 9 times. Survived. The guy that shot him ended up passing away. Preem ended up going to prison. Okay? Preem and his nephew, Prince. 50's been clear and upfront about his disdain for Preem. Preem is the reason 50 and Ja Rule beefed for so long, or one of the reasons. You know what I'm saying? Preem was in cahoots with Ja Rule and them. And you know, 50 got the last laugh, and 50 blew up, right? 50 blew up. Preem went to prison. It's whatever. Down the line, years later, 50 has a broken relationship with his son, with his own son, right? He feels like the son is spoiled and you know, entitled and built like his mama, right? That's a story for another time. Well, one day, during 50's beef with his son, a picture emerged, and it was something that people often do to 50, and people do to each other in the game. They go take a picture with the op. 50 know the game too. It's the same reason 50 brought Juelz and Jimmy on stage when he was beefing with Cam, right? So this is what everybody does. This is what Rick Ross is gonna do in this story, right? Well, 50 is beefing with his own son, Marquise. And Marquise happens to pop up on the internet with a picture with Preem Jr. That is 50's arch nemesis in the blue jacket, son. That's his arch nemesis' son. And that's his own son in the patchwork quilted jump off windbreaker. That's 50's son. So this is 50 Jr. This is Preem Jr. 50 didn't like this shit. Huh? This was betrayal. And he said it. It's a bad idea. Preem Jr. is always out there, you know, waving the flag for his father, which is what he's supposed to do, right? It's his own man. He's mini 50. But he's mini 50 in the face. He moved different. So then, Southwest T comes out 50's doing this BMF TV show. Southwest T gets a visit from, once again, Preem's son.
Yeah, I had to throw that
You got the front. Yeah, I do the back.
Yeah, I had to throw that on there, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, listen, this moment right here is monumental for me, man. I drove 9 hours to come pull up on y'all.
Nah, man, no shit.
9 hours, yo.
Man, listen,
You feel me? 9 hours.
Man, listen.
Yo.
Listen. From it's in your blood, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We all chose to wear life and stood on it. One thing I respect from, you know what I'm saying? I always respect him. It's in your blood, bro.
I appreciate that.
He's an honorable man, man. And I know Chris and them speak highly of him.
Yeah.
I used to just sing. I never had the pleasure, but I used to sing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, if you ask me, Shorty drove 9 hours. Wanted some props for driving 9 hours. They hanging out, bro. They giving them the props back. Shorty drove 9 hours to go meet with Southwest T to take a picture with his daddy's shirt. All right, cool.
Yeah.
50 didn't like that shit.
Yeah, I had to throw that on there.
You got the front. Yeah, I do the back.
Yeah, I had to throw that on there, man.
Free Preem, free Meech collab. Right? All right. 50 didn't like that. 50 didn't like that. This is 50's response after that video came out. He said, hey, I know T feel like he's not making the money Little Meech is making. Now, you know 50's the king of an indirecta that hits directamente. He's all up in there.
I'm in your bubble. I'm in your bubble.
Shout out Dan Sosa checking in. Jersey, salutes. So you know, 50's gonna take the shot. He gonna word it nicely. But he gonna take the shot. So that's the shot. Hey, I know T feel like he's not making the money Lil Meech is making, but I thought they would all be happy for him. It's not like I didn't help your family make millions. Cool. When stars start suggesting the wrong moves, I'm simply gonna sit and watch. Don't worry. You'll be off the air in no time. Shout out Eric for the subscription. Salutes. Appreciate you. When stars start suggesting the wrong moves, I'm simply gonna sit and watch. Don't worry. You'll be off the air in no time. Okay? This is a long time ago, 32 weeks ago, right? Fifth is already making these statements because he's seeing what you're doing. I'll read it again. Hey, I know T feel like he's not making the money Little Meech making, but I thought they would all be happy for him. It's not like I didn't help your family make millions. Cool. When start suggesting the wrong moves, I'm going to sit and watch. Don't worry. You'll be off the air in no time. You got to get that soundbite from Buddy. I ain't like that. I don't like that shit at all. The dude from the couch, yeah, I got to get him on there. Oh, no, the dude with the banana, yeah. What's dude's name? Dude from Menace to Society and shit. Bet. So then, Meech comes home. Right? Shortly after, Meech, very recently, Meech comes home. Meech comes home and everybody's celebrating. Let me see if I can get a big Meech video. Look, everybody happy. Boosie's happy. Rick Ross welcome him home. Meech is on. Everybody.
The streets back. The streets back.
Streets
the
back.
Meech home. Meech, welcome back. Salute. All my other G's come.
Big Meech of the Black Mafia family has been released from federal prison and transferred to community confinement, where he will serve the rest of his sentence in home confinement or a halfway house. In 2008, Meech received 30 years for his role in the rug operation.
Coming to the crib, that Nino Breeze finna drop tomorrow. You better get ready for this ride, cause the streets is back. Let us know what type of hustler are you? What type of go-getter are you? Are you a leader or a follower? If you a follower, just sit back, put on your seatbelt, and go for the ride.
I think I'm Big Meech.
Larry Hoover. The streets back.
All right? Everybody was celebrating. The whole world was cheering, right? Some of us were sitting around talking about, yeah, but are they going to care about the Tammy Cowens stuff? And everybody's like, oh, don't talk about that. You're a hater. You're racist. You're this, you're that. Okay. All right. Cool. So then I see this. A video of where is it at? Supreme Son, salty about everybody celebrating Big Meech. Right? Because Prince came home around that time too.
Yo, something very, very, very disturbing came to my attention, right? It's early in the morning, so, you know, I got time to reflect and think when I'm driving and stuck in traffic and all that. So, I seen yesterday, it was all over the internet that Meech had came home. And, you know, everybody's talking about it, everybody's posting it, but my cousin, Gerald Prince Miller, he came home last month, and it wasn't the same reaction. It wasn't even half the reaction. So, in my mind, in my eyes, I'm like, yo, we don't celebrate the real ones.
So wait a minute. They're different people, different eras. Huh? LL Cool J, the rappers, 50 Cent, dudes in Queens, they saw Prince. BMF had the early 2000s, they were being seen on everything, everywhere. And the stories was everywhere. Since the internet has been publishing videos. It's different people. That's one part. Second part is, you just said you drove 9 hours over there to give him a free preem, to give Southwest T a free preem, free Meech shirt. But now you say, what, we don't celebrate the real ones? So are you insinuating that Meech is not a real one?
But half the reaction. So in my mind, in my eyes, I'm like, yo, we don't celebrate the real ones. We don't celebrate somebody that did 34 years in the penitentiary that never had no allegations, no type of smudge, no type of smear on their name, none of that. Like, we don't celebrate those.
So what are you referring to, Junior? You referring to Tammy Cowens? You referring to third-party cooperation, which we spoke about on this channel before? The story of Cuffy out of St. Louis, who said he pulled up the old setup through Tammy? BMF world famous, Preem NY famous, simple. It's very simple. Guess what? 50 made Preem famous. If you really want to talk about it. 50's story, 50's rise is what put Preem on the radar for people outside of the know. That now know because of that. Right?
Those people no more, like 34 years down, never told, never spoke, never chirped, never murmured, none of that. Like, we don't celebrate those people no more. Yo, something very...
So I don't know what you getting at there. Why'd you drive 9 hours then? Why'd you go glorify somebody that you felt like didn't stand tall like your cousin did? I mean, whatever. Then we see the picture of 50 Cent and Big Meech when Big Meech comes home. All right? And I remember, I believe it was Upper Echelon and other people in the chat said, and people said in the comments, oh, that don't look like a happy 50 Cent right there. Shout out HG on the check-in, salutes. Appreciate you. All right. Yeah, saw Primo on the bootleg vids like Alpo too. And here's the thing. That's one level, right? People who watch those vids, we're going to see them. They're going to be famous to us. We're going to know about them. 50 made them more famous beyond the DVDs. Many Men was a single. Remember that? The movie, all of that shit. What was dude's name? Majestic. People saw this picture, said, that ain't a happy 50 Cent. That don't look like a happy picture. I remember saying, I don't take things like that because pictures are pictures. Pictures are a fraction in time. And the reason is because I remember somebody trying to instigate some beef between rappers in Chicago, showing me a picture of somebody with a screw face on stage and saying, look how he's looking at me. I said, dog, he bobbing. I was watching the show. The motherfuckers, I do the same thing. Had somebody say, I saw the hate in your eyes while you were watching the show. Bitch, I was enjoying the show. What the fuck are you talking about? That's just how you move. That you move like that. You think like that. So those moments changed my mind about judging a picture off of a look or something said like that. They take this picture, but people say, "Oh, this don't look like a happy picture." Okay, probably wasn't. Now looking back in hindsight, right? 50 said, "I'm way bigger than this fool." Boom, and then we see Meech go get his hair done, get his nails done, get his jewelry done, get his teeth done. Don't get it twisted. He not sitting on no lot of money. Right now, he getting the benefit of coming home and people handing over shit, right? Saw the hate in your eyes, bro. That person said that shit to me, I flipped the fuck out. Said, listen, I don't hate undercover. If I want to hate, I'll hate out loud. Always been my nature to tell you how the fuck I felt when I felt it, regardless who the fuck you are. So you're looking at the wrong shit. Where was I? So he's getting shit. He's doing, do a TikTok video for these people. They fix his teeth. These people get him some chains, whatever. Right? I'm sure there's some money, some kind of money, but it ain't what I'm not trying to disparage him. I'm disparaging the people that are running around making legend out of nothingness. You know what I'm saying? Shit got to get to a place. He always wanted to be the guy. He always wanted to be seen. He wanted to be the superstar. He was the hustler that wanted to be the MC. Wanted to be he didn't do it. He did it how he could. By being seen. By buying out the bottles. By buying out everything. Right? So right now, they're not in the position everybody think that they're in, right? Shout out IB. Even I learned that lesson. It is what it is. Salutes. It'll never, I tell you what, you always know where you stand with me. It'll never be, it'll always be up front. So, it's hard having a resting serious face. The struggle is real, man. So then most recently,
y'all at first
recently, Meech and Rick Ross popped out in a video, and I think it made Meech look bad.
February 13th.
Shit look crazy. Hold on, can I get a crispier one? Give me a crispier one. Who the fuck is that? Hold on, let me get a crispy one. Is that the only one they got to offer right now? Come on, man. Shit's funny. Fuck it, we'll take it.
February 13th, the big Meech home benefit concert. It's gonna be iconic.
Bro, he's looking crazy back there, dog. Shout out HG, center of attention. Facts. All right. He back there looking crazy.
Too many names to.
Hey, yo, he want to get in the word. He's like, let me talk, bro. He keep waiting for his cue. He think that's it. Right? Hold on, man.
February 3rd.
All this leaning on his shoulder shit, you looking crazy. It's not a picture. I get it. People get out of jail. People are a little awkward. You lost a lot of time. Shit moved on you. Shit's different. Again, this is who he always wanted to be, though. He wanted to be the guy. He wanted to be the up front. He up front right now, right? Well, he on Ross's shoulder. Ross, the guy, for those that don't know, who stole his name and his persona from a real person who exists in real life, who he doesn't serve up one dime to. So a fake lifestyle, former correctional officer who took a real hustler's name, who went to prison, learned how to read in prison, and found a loophole to get himself released from a life sentence. This is who Meech is elbowed up on, but this is who he always wanted to be. He always wanted to be the rapper guy, okay? Looking like a little French bulldog. He always wanted to be the rapper guy, but this to me made him look weak. I'm not saying that he is weak. Probably could still pull some strings. I'm saying the look. Right? The look of it. Let's get it. I'm waiting for Skinbone and the little homie, I can't remember his name right now, from Chicago that do skits. They need to do this. Because this feels like them. I can see this is them. You know what I mean? This looks like a spoof of itself. Does that make sense? This looks like a mockery of itself.
February 13th, the big Meech home benefit concert. It's gonna be iconic. Too many names to list, but let me salute some of the legends. Lil Baby, Boss Man D-Lo, 21 Savage, Sexy Red, Ricky Rose. Now, this the first time it's ever been done. Me performing BMF with the icon himself. This shit gonna be special. Epic. Get your tickets right now. I'm back.
He tried to say that I'm back like 4 times already. You know what I'm saying? His cue was all fucked up. But salutes, right? 50 didn't like that shit. And I don't see why he would. I don't see why he would. But we're going to talk about it because other people have varying opinions of this on the internet. They disagree with me. They think I was wrong. Who was a correction officer? The rapper Rick Ross. He was a corrections officer. He lied about it. Too many names to list, but I'm going to start listing. So, where was I? A lot of people disagree with me. A lot of people think, hey, man, they don't owe 50 no loyalty. They got to get it how they live. Somebody want to do a what's it called? Welcome back tour, then let me do a welcome back tour, right? But that's why I'm unpacking it, because I see it one way, you know what I'm saying? And they see it another. But I haven't even really given you, but I think you can get the gist of what my take on it is. My take on it is 50 went the extra mile for you. You're doing shit to directly, that's directly like a fuck you to 50. And now people are saying, well, why is 50 mad? They don't know him no loyalty. I don't know, man. Who else made your son a motherfucking TV star? I don't know. Why are you wrong? We're going to get to it. HG salutes. What's the benefit concert for? The benefit is no benefit. It's welcome home. The benefit is probably for him. Give him some bread. Why? Because these rich dudes that been living off his persona, they don't want to give him none of their own. So they'll go do a show. You know? 51 trying to hear that shit. Was not trying to hear that shit, not even a little bit. First post on the subject was this one here. The truth and nothing but the truth. BMF. Who is? Tammy Cowens. 50 said, this is going to blow your mind. Doc U coming soon. The facts are stranger than fiction. Hey, that's my motherfucking line, 50. I mean, we used the wrong then. The facts are stranger than fiction. Boom. The truth and nothing but the truth. BMF, who is Tammy Cowens? All right. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. Salute. Shout out Jose Amado on the check-in. Hit the like button, y'all, if you have yet to do so. Hundreds up in the chat for y'all. Nah, check it out. We're going to get to that right now, Chucky, because I believe that's a byproduct of it. It's in the chess game, it's an opportunistic situation, right? So, yeah, if the numbers are going down and they're acting a fool, bet, fuck you, right? Now, for those that do not know who Tammy Cowens is, all right? Tammy Cowens is a woman that is close to Big Meech, that has power of attorney for everything BMF, which is why she is the one that made the deal with 50 Cent, which is why she is listed as an executive producer on the show BMF, right? She's also, allegedly, by what Cuffy says, the information that's out there, from what Blue Da Vinci has said, and we'll go through that too, she is also CS1 or C1, confidential 1, right? In Cuffy's case, and worked for the DEA to take somebody down and then utilize what she did as leverage to get time off of Big Meech's sentence. So basically, like if I hire somebody to snitch for me, third party cooperation. She went and did a favor so that favor's payment can come through over here on Big Meech. And that has been the claim for a while now. And we know on this channel that people pick and choose with this snitching shit. For those that do not know, and my regulars have heard this 1,000 times, I came to this channel in full judgment of the twin snitching. I realized they were in a different situation than I had imagined. And it was a unique situation that no one in the world could relate to because no one in the world was in that situation. Aside from these guys. Which is another thing we're going to get to hopefully today, if not tomorrow. I want to get through a conversation that Bordo had with a dude in the joint. Salutes. But that's the word that has been out is that, boom, he had somebody do a deal on behalf of him. And then people say, damn, but he still did 20 years or whatever he did. Well, what do you think? The twins still have 14 and a half. They did 12 and a half. Some of these guys still get 20, still get 30 with all their cooperation. Apple had mad years and gave up mad bodies. Right? But word is that Meech never got his good time for the moving that she did, right? For the confidential informant shit that she did. He didn't get the good time for it because she got caught sleeping with her handler. Right? She got caught sleeping with her handler, so supposedly that's why he didn't get the short time. Right? Yeah, Apple. Did I say the wrong name? 50's a beast. You don't want that smoke in the street and the corporate world. And on that Suarez case as well, that got Cuffy caught up, Meech met the Mexican county jail during court. So there's mad connections there. We're going to get to that. I'm going to play a little bit of the Blue Da Vinci stuff from Cam Capone. Salute. Shout out Shannon, snitch, Opal. So, so she got caught getting nailed by her boss, right? Or one of her bosses, her handler. So, 50, knowing that, now here's the big question. He's saying, now that he's upset with Meech, he's saying out loud, like just like the U.S. did today to Mexico, he's pointing the finger. Now he's pointing the finger, he's saying, who is Tammy Cowens? Right? That's why his brother got out of jail sooner? I don't know. I don't know if they're connected. Probably not. Probably not. I just think they were in different situations. But we're going to see. We're going to learn together. But the question is, that people are asking after this, oh, well, 50. Now, to me, it was a no-brainer. They say 50, man, but didn't you already know who Tammy Cowens was? Because 50's trying to tell the world here, hey, find out who Tammy Cowens is so you can find out that Meech is a snitch. That's basically what he's saying, right? And now the people are saying, but damn, Fifth, but didn't you know that when you did the deal with her for BMF? Some people will say, nah, I bet you Fifth didn't know until now. Maybe it just got on his radar. I'm saying, not much gets past that motherfucker. Right? Can something get through the cracks? Sure, maybe. But not much gets past that motherfucker. And to me, it's a no-brainer. He's doing business. He missed him with the fucking, snitch talk. And the reason I felt like that is you already on record with the Flores brothers. There's already been work. You've already done a podcast. You've already done posts about it. So to me, I just looked at it as, the people don't know that this is just business. So they're saying, oh man, damn, 50, you knew about Tammy Cowens. You still gonna do a deal? Now you want to talk about it? Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. He's using the tools at his disposal. He's gonna pick and choose when he want to use them. Yeah, it was business. It's cool. Now this is fuck you. Let me remind everybody on my platform how you got questionable shit on your jacket. While you running around here, parading yourself with my enemies while they're using you as a pawn in the chess game. In a chess game that they done lost over and over again. Am I wrong? Tell me I'm out of pocket. Give me another outlook on it, right? But so people are like, oh, 50, you knew. You had to know. You just finding out now. So then, after this, he dropped another Instagram post. We talk about him like mixtapes now, like he dropped a mixtape.
All right, thanks a lot. Here you go. Thanks.
And it's the scene. I can't play it. Well, I'll play the image for a little bit, but long enough to read it. It's the scene where Henry Hill gets locked up for selling squares on the corner. And they told him, never rat on your friends, right? This is that scene. 50 Cent said if ratings aren't good, this next season of BMF will be its last. That's as cold-blooded and clear and concise as you could say something right there, huh? I mean, personal sense, now that you out of pocket, as far as I'm concerned, and you running around with my enemies, cool. I'm open to the shits. Let's get it. Boom. Then he said, 20 hours ago, Season 4, the final chapter. Be sure to catch the next season of BMF. It's going to be out of there. Or out of here. All right? He's an MC, man. You can't fuck with his puns. You know what I mean? It's going to be out of here. It's going to be out of here. That's as clear as it gets. Now, I haven't heard any responses. A lot of people's been talking about it. A lot of people been talking about it. A lot of people been talking about whether, you know, he's bluffing or this or that or what. There's other things they could produce. The Twins show is right there. They got 8 Mile properties that they want to do. They want to do a reboot of 8 Mile. You know? So, let's see what else I got from this. What time is it? 3:30. Let me see if I'm on Fox Live. Real quick. No, I can't find it. They got other properties to work on. 50 is one of them dudes that once you done crossed it with him, it's pretty much scorched earth. The only comeback is if he felt like he came at you out of pocket and, you know, he felt like he was foul. That's the only way he's making up with you. You do something to him, he seems like a scorched earth situation. Nothing gonna grow there anymore. No, you know. Nothing's gonna happen. No more business. I got other properties I could pop off. Let's get this out of here. Let's go find this Cam Capone Blue Da Vinci so y'all can get an understanding from Cuffy's own voice. There we go.
I don't have $1 million
Shout out Cam Capone.
To spend on cameras, mics, and teleprompters, but that's fine. Because with the script, I have all the tools I need.
How did Meech have information on you and give it to Tammy, and how did all that come together where they were able to, you know, put all that together?
How did Meech have information on you and give it to Tammy so you could get caught up in it? How did that happen? So, I mean, you got to go back to the movie shit.
Okay, so, well, let me take them back. So, me and Tammy were working on the BMF movie. I originally had the script and paid for the script for the BMF movie, not the show that 50's doing on Stars.
Hold on, I want to get the first part of this conversation. Shout out HG. No, that's having an ace under your sleeve. Bad move on Meech with 50. He made it, he had it made, the music, the movie, books, podcasts. Yeah. I don't know where it's going to end. Maybe I'm out of pocket, maybe, you know. But to me, it just looked like, now, here's what I'm saying. He don't have to be like, I'm not going to fuck with Rick Ross, but maybe, let me ask y'all something. Do you think a conversation was warranted for that? Like, maybe Meech just simply had to have a conversation with Fifth and be like, listen, man, all my favorite rappers that I always wanted to be like, that all rap about me in their songs, want to do a welcome back tour for me. You know, I don't want this to affect how we don't know what the relationship between the two of them was, if it was contentious or not. And again, maybe I am wrong. But I'm just thinking, man, bro, I didn't have to put your son on this show. I didn't have to send him to take classes. I didn't have to, you know, cast him. Yeah, he looked like you, so what? Wasn't the best actor. You know, I could have treated it strictly business. Let another producer just handle that shit while I wash my hands of it. I didn't do that. I'm trying to open the door for other things, but as soon as your brother get home, he running around with Preem's son. My son running around with Preem's son. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Chucky. He said, man, you say hi to dude, but don't go on a tour. Come on, bro. He knows the rules. Let me tell you something, man. Like, yeah, I could never see myself. I don't give a fuck who it was. If at the time when I was out there and Non and X were at odds with somebody, we're at odds. Oh, they got an opportunity for you. Give a fuck. Maybe that's why I'm sitting right here. You know what I'm saying? But it just is what the fuck it is. There definitely should have been a conversation prior to the meetup with Ross, just out of respect. But to each their own. Agreed. Some people rather ask for, apologies than permission. They rather apologize than ask for permission. Yes, he totally should have had that convo with 50. Ross is a dipshit. It's called sleeping with the enemy. Right. I get it. He want to live out his rapper dreams and be on stage with all his favorite rappers. That's cool. 50 can't be mad with everybody he hang out with. Now here's the kicker. Ross is sitting there like, fuck both of y'all. Huh? I'm using you to piss him off, giving you what you want. He's pissed off. I just fucked y'all whole shit up. That's gravy. What does it matter? Who knows? But when he says, who is Tammy Cowens? 50, you know who she is. You did the deal with her. Did you not know that part of the story? If you didn't, mea culpa. I'm sorry. My apologies. But if you knew, I would just look at it like, I'm thinking, okay, he's just thinking business. Same way he thinking business with the Flores twins. Same way he think business with White Boy Rick or anybody else. I don't know. That's just my hypothesis. And I'm on what? 20, 40, 60 milligrams and, some flour and pura vida. I'm great. All right, salute to Jonathan. He must be asleep or something. The vibes to my guy. Salute to dude. I want to find the, gotta be this one.
Hey everybody, it's Kay Adams. We have waited
We don't give a fuck.
all season for this Super Bowl 59. Dun 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 dun. It's finally.
So yeah, I got Cuffy right here, man, St. Louis legend. You know what I'm saying? And I know people heard me speak about Meech's paperwork situation with the last interview that we had, and a lot of people had a lot of stuff to say. They don't believe it, Blues hating. You know what I'm saying? And when I went back and I looked at everything, I was like, you know what, bro? It's only right and only one way to really do it. Only one way to really do it and just let Dog speak for itself. So I wanted him to call in, and this is him calling in during the interview. Go ahead, Cuff, man. You can introduce yourself and take the flow.
Blue, my nigga, what's up, man?
Yes, sir.
Hey, a lot of people, man, is thinking that this thing is made up or this thing is fake or that I have an axe to grind. You feel me?
Right.
But I'm in here with a 27-year sentence based on Demetrius Flannery, as you all know as Big Meech, and Tammy Cowens, known in the paperwork as CS1.
Right.
Confidential source 1.
Confidential source. I had the words all fucking high in my head.
What Big Meech did was called a third-party cooperation. So Tammy Cowens signed up to be a DEA informant to give Demetrius Flannery a time cut, plain and simple.
Right. So.
Okay. So, can you break down the story? Like, how do you know this? And how'd you come upon this information?
How do you know? How do you came upon this information, though?
We were rewarded what's called a Franks hearing. It's based on a case called U.S. versus Frank. So I would implore your listeners to look the case up. And what a Franks hearing entails is that you're able to cross-examine your accusers, meaning government agents, meaning informants, and so on and so forth, just like a regular trial. So this was testified in court.
Period. Point blank.
Shout out Fernando for the Venmo. Appreciate you, sir. P said, didn't Ross get sued by Vlad for punching him? Yes. He got sued by Rick Ross. Rick Ross lost. It's crazy. Rick Ross ended up having to pay his legal bills. Fucking bananas.
Testified in court that I a government informant to give Demetrius Flannery a time cut.
That's what was said on the stand, bro. The lady became a government informant to give Demetrius Flannery a time cut. But I think people will ask a question.
For those that don't know, this is Blue Da Vinci. Blue Da Vinci was Meech's BMF, main artist, and they're at odds now.
Question of this though, this is what I got hit with a lot is, all right then, if he did it to get a time cut, then how come he still did all that time in jail?
Well, what they don't understand is that he never received the time cut because what came out was that she had an illicit sexual relationship with Special Agent Keith Cromer.
Special Agent Keith Cromer.
She was smashing the homies.
Handler. But her first DA handler was the guy, as you should know, Blue, who wrote the BMF indictment, Special Agent Jack Harvey.
Special Agent Jack Harvey is the person that locked us all up, who's also the person that locked up Terry White, which was her first case as a DEA agent. And then he retired. He retired after he got them 60 years.
Yeah, he retired, and then her handler...
Real shit, motherfuckers, it's a web of deceit. Stay out the game. There's more ways to get paid in 2025 than there ever has been. You know what I'm saying? There's more ways for you to lose your fucking money, that's for sure. But play to win. Because this shit is a loss, bro. These motherfuckers is going to jail. If it look glamorous to you, bro, the shit is 1 in a million. And that 1 in a million dude, he suffers too, bro. This shit's crazy. It's a web. This dude's in jail behind this, behind that. It's a trap. The whole shit is dead.
Became a brother by the name of Keith Cromer, Special Agent Keith Cromer, who was also...
The technology's more sophisticated, you know what I'm saying? The cutthroat cuts a lot deeper. Shit's crazy.
Fired behind this particular case. So Meech never received the time cut because unbeknownst to a lot of people, it's against the law to have a sexual relationship or any personal relationship with a government informant.
Somehow, some way, because I don't know how, she met Special Agent Jack Harvey. You could leave that up to question. How did Big Meech's personal assistant / the person that handles all this business / the person that owns BMF Entertainment to this day since 2008?
Special Agent Jack Harvey. She put her with Harvey.
So now she meets Special Agent Jack Harvey, and then she starts working for Special Agent Jack Harvey, but not for the Meech case. It was for a whole nother case first. It was for Terry White. But once that case went well, okay, and once that went past and Terry White got his 30 years, Special Agent Jack Harvey retired. But now she was ready to go do the case for Meech and help get Meech his time cut. So now when Meech came up, it was a new person that came on, and his name was what's his name again, big homie?
Special Agent Keith Cromer.
Special Agent Keith Cromer is the new special agent after Jack Harvey retired. Now he's her handler, and they engulfed in a personal relationship, sexual, however they called it in the court, and through that relationship, it tainted the case, and it was dishonorable at that point. They had to throw that out. That's why Meech didn't get out.
Let me tell you something that attests to something that we talked about the other day about Griselda Blancos, right? How dude said.
So now you pose the question of
how they throw away all of these bodies because dude was having phone relations with the DA's assistant. Same way they said it right here. They threw out the situation because old girl got caught smashing the handler.
Case, and it was dishonorable at that point. They had to throw that out. That's why Meech didn't get out. So now you pose the question of why is my big homie Cuff still in jail? And go ahead, Cuff, you can let them know why, how that happened.
From that conspiracy, they indicted me on 2 murder charges.
Oh.
Subsequently, I pled guilty to 2 gun charges in exchange for them dropping the murder charges.
Now, how did they, hold on, let me ask this for you. Right quick. How did they get you on something that was totally different from the case that Meech and them had you in a wiretap for?
out of a totally different, nothing to do with the drug conspiracy, but they falsely accused it as being a part of the drug conspiracy, and then they brought about the gun charges. That's using the gun charges in furtherance of a drug trafficking crime.
Basically, that's who Tammy Cowens has been said to be. Right? Fernando said, I want to know who blew the lid on the extra relationship. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know if I've heard that. Answer. Can't get English version of Oakland no more. What happened? Maybe she wanted to keep him in. If it benefits anybody, it benefits her. Because now when her name is brought up, it's not brought up to shame her. It's brought up to shame him. To shame Meech, right? That's how it's been used as of late. Oh yeah? You wanna go hang out with my enemies? Bet. Who's this lady again? What she do? Let's see. Let me look it up. Cowens. Cromer. Let's see. There's a lot of videos on it. I believe we covered them before.
Young Lucky Book, the Brian Glaze Gibbs story, or drug dealer, the You, Me, He. It's a song by M. Toomey. You, me.
No, I don't want to do that. But that's a good question. If anybody figures that answer out, let me know. My mentality is this. Because the backlash on 50 is, you already knew this Tammy Cowens shit. You only bringing it up now because he's with the enemy. And my answer to that is, yeah, that's what he's doing. If that's what he's doing, that's what he's doing. Why? Because he was doing business before that. And no other producer is going to take the kid that he had consulting him while he was casting, because he's the kid's, the son of the main character of the show. What producer is going to take that kid and say, hey, man, you want to play your father? I know you ain't even thought about acting, but you want to play your father? That hanging out with him, doing those auditions, that was more about 50 feeling the kid's energy and seeing where he was at in his head and if he could handle it. Because Fifth knows how to read that. Especially in a kid like that, right? What other producer is looking at talent that way and looking and saying, all right, this is a special case. You look just like your father. I think you got the charisma to do it. You want to go take these classes? No other producer is going to send him to go take classes. Producers like, get me the best motherfucker for the job. Get him for me now. I want to see top 10. So I don't see nobody doing that for their family. And I'll tell you what I haven't seen. I haven't seen a lot of footage of Little Meech and his father since he's been home. I seen probably one video when the old man was getting, I don't know, his braids done or something. But in my mentality is like, I don't see that. Now I don't expect the whole family to, have to consult with 50 every move they make. But when you make specific moves that look like you making moves, man, you might want to call that one in. Or I might have to, send out the F5s. Shout out Shannon. Shout out P. Shaw. You very knowledgeable. I just regurgitate information, bro. Salutes. Thanks for listening. So that's my take on it as of now. I haven't seen if there was any smart shit said back now. I do know there was a lawsuit between one of the factions. I think it was Southwest T. Let me see. I had forgotten about it, then I was reminded of it. But let me see what the lawsuit was about, because that's another black guy the fifth. Like, I'm trying to help you, and y'all are making this difficult for me. And I get it. Everybody expects to get rich quick. That's not how this works. Let's build this. We could spin shit off. We could make shit lucrative. Talk to me about these tours. You want a tour? I'll get all those same people. Leave Rick Ross out of it. Yeah? I don't know if that was... This is just me throwing shit, at the wall. Always support 50. He's one of the few that keep it 100. Let me tell you something. He's the only one I see out there taking a look at the young ones and saying, all right, this one don't make a move quick, he's not going to make it. So I need to help give him a push to make this move, or the game's going to eat him or the street's going to eat him, one or the other. He sees it. Yeah? He sees it. Biden granted Southwest T clemency. But I'm looking for the I know there was some lawsuit. Maybe with some confusion over the letters BMF. But I don't see it popping up. No, I don't see it. He said, like, I didn't help your family make millions. This shit been going on for a while now. Don't get it fucked up. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to think, oh, maybe this is 50 this is marketing. This is a fabricated beef. Huh? But no, 50's not predictable for no reason. 50 has a modus operandi, an MO. You know what I'm saying? He's going to lay it out. Boom. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Sometimes that shit backfire. He got to eat that shit. He'll start when he went to jail and then get out and... Well, I mean, they're still going to treat him like a star. He's just looking crazy. Like, he got to chill out. Get away from these rappers like that. Get that business. You could there's a lot of business for him to do. I don't know. So that's my little breakdown. I don't know how concise it was or chronological or whatever. But that was just me brainstorming the whole situation. Like Eminem had with him what? That story is not over though. Still another and here's the thing, do we think that Meech is ever gonna speak about these third party cooperation accusations? Do we think that's gonna happen? Hold on a sec, yo. Boom. Eminem, didn't he discover 50 Cent? Yeah, basically. Story was 50 young, making music. He's doing his shit in the street. He's looking for a deal. He gets up with Jam Master Jay. Jam Master Jay gets unalived. 50's getting close to getting a deal. He's with Tone and Poke with the I'm just off my head, I could get some of this wrong. He's with the Track Masters on a production deal with Jam Master Jay. Jam Master Jay's unalived. He's getting with Columbia. He gets aired out 9 times. He takes 9 shots. He takes 9 shots. Everybody backs away. Nobody wants to touch him. He quietly goes. He heals up. He goes on the hunt for revenge. Same time he's going on a hunt for revenge, everybody then gave up on him. And Eminem gets a hold of a 50 Cent mixtape, and nobody, Murder Inc. is blackballing him, and they admitted out of their mouth. Irv Gotti admitted out of his mouth. We blackballed him. I blackballed him all the way into the hands of Eminem and Dr. Dre, and that was the best thing that could ever happen to him. And that's when they say, when 50 will sit there on camera and say, oh, well, they say, oh, he's just a big ass Eminem fan. Yeah, because Eminem changed his life. It was a special case, that whole situation. It was a perfect storm. How a dude from the East was rescued on the West. And in the Midwest. Salute to them for not playing that fucking game. Oh, we don't want to see him come up. Fuck that. Nah, he ain't. He just gonna say 50 starting shit. That's it. Nah, he ain't gonna say nothing right. Don't follow much of this stuff. But what statement was Kanye sending yesterday? With what? With parading his girl out with her ass out? I don't know what statement he's trying to make. He's trying to push the envelope all the time. She's turned into like a Muppet for him. I don't know. I thought she was an actress. I don't know if she's doing anything. I guess she don't gotta act no more. Salute 298 on the check-in. Now, there's going to be a bunch of people that, if there's hard evidence that Meech did do the whole third-party cooperation shit, which there probably is. I haven't dug deep into it. There's still going to be people that's going to deny that shit, just like people are going to deny that Mayo's talking. People are human, man. It's all bullshit already. It's imploding on itself, the whole shit. Let's see what Reggie Wright got to say about this conversation. I'm going to try to skim through it.
Okay, Reggie, before we get into today's section, is there anything that you want to speak on or talk about before we get going?
Oh, man, this was a week, right, y'all? Condolences to the people that lost their lives in a tragic airline collision. Just explaining things and the pitfalls that I learned from different executives. I'll sign them on air, where you can have some authentication, and I'll sign it, address it to you. Also,
and do you have any thoughts?
when I first saw that, and I saw how they were doing the benefit concert, and Rick Ross and Big Meech was taking pictures with Rick Ross, and so I knew about the BMF series, right? And so I was like, damn, I know 50, because 50 is more vindictive than Reggie motherfucking Wright, right? More. 10 times. Y'all know I kind of like 50. Y'all know I'm always talking about, damn, that damn 50 is funny and creative and all of that. And so I was like, damn, I wonder how 50 is really feeling about Big Meech and him taking pictures and hanging out with Rick Ross. But I'm one of those that, y'all know how y'all get mad at me for, being cool with Wack 100 and stuff like that. So I understand that people be like, how you fuck with that nigga? How you fuck with that nigga? I hear y'all, don't agree with it, because I believe on whoever treats you with respect and treat you cool, then you fuck with. Now, you know, you can't be no molester or no racist or something like that, and then you give them a pass and all that, you know. But there's people with issues.
What the fuck is Reggie talking about?
And stuff like that most people won't agree with, that I'll mess with. I don't like the agenda that Donald Trump be pushing. But I think I can fuck with Donald Trump. Kobe motherfucking Bryant is my favorite basketball player. Favorite of all times. Over Michael Jordan. But I don't think I would want to hang out with Kobe. So I'm one of those that's conflicted that way. I know a lot of y'all don't understand it, because y'all tear me up in the comment sections about calling somebody their homeboy or a friend. I get it weekly, right? So I was like, damn, somebody hit me up and was like, man, why you think 50, how are you gonna feel about Big Meech hanging out with Rick? I was like, shit, man, if I was Meech, I'd be like, nigga, you can't tell me who the fuck to hang out with. And just like I can't tell you who the fuck to hang out with, you know? But then I started thinking about it, I was saying, but 50 is different. 50 is very, very...
And again, went above and beyond. As far as I'm concerned, went above and beyond. Never had to put that kid in a position. Changed the trajectory of that kid's life.
Motherfucking vindictive. And so I woke up this morning and I saw this tweet by 50 Cent. All right. Do y'all know who that lady is? Who he asked about? I think the tweet was something like, the tweet read something like, who is Tammy Cowens?
Who's Tammy Cowens?
Who is Tammy Cowens? A lot of y'all don't know who Tammy Cowens is. Am I saying the name right? Yeah, Tammy. I thought it was Tanya, but it's Tammy. Tammy is the young lady that's been accused of always cooperating with the government to help Big Meech get out of his situation or lessen his situation. Because a lot of y'all say, how can a motherfucker do 30 years, 20 years, and then y'all still saying he snitched? Well,
happens all the time.
Because he didn't get 50 motherfucking years. That's how that happens. And so that is who a lot of the co-defendants on Big Meech case is accusing. I'm not saying it's true or not, because I don't know. Accusing Big Meech of using to give to the government to lighten his sentence and to recently help him get 32 months off. I don't believe that. I believe that was just great lawyering. But a lot of people believe that, right? So there's been some people, some audios and some tapes of people calling from home and saying, yeah, Tammy is Big Meech girl and she the one did some snitching and help him and all of that. So that's out there. Y'all go research that on your own. But now motherfucking 50 Cent post that tweet asking about that, talking about he gonna do a documentary on that.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like a validation. Like, yeah, we knew about it. We was talking about it. 50's like, oh yeah, I see this shit too. But you knew that shit. But he's gonna leverage it. He's good at this game, man. He rarely loses.
In that, man, how quick the tables turn. What happened between 50 and Big Meech, y'all, in that short length of time? I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see, y'all. I just don't know what could have happened between those two brothers other than Big Meech electing to hang out with Rick.
That's it.
Ross. But
and maybe some business.
Big Meech is smarter. That's a street nigga. So he knew how that was going to affect it. I wonder what happened. But I'm kind of mad I'm hoping they don't end the BMF series behind this because
man, listen, man, that last season was, I don't know about it. I wasn't really fucking with it. It's not looking good. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I tell y'all, you know, I can't think of one show that 50 has put out that I didn't like. I even like that show that was on ABC. I think The Life or that story about that was came on for a little time. I forget the name of it. But shit, I was loving that. I hate that that didn't get continued. But that's all will be my take from it. It's going to be interesting to see. I hope it wasn't just a business decision on Bitch Meek to alien.
Boy, I can't do it. All right. Yeah, so my thought is there's a problem. I don't know if they're going to fix it. But that's a whole lot of shit to take back. You done said it's the last season. El finale. It's a wrap. So that means the next conversation after that first Instagram wasn't good. It wasn't rainbows and shit. All right, man. I want to beat a dead horse. What else do we have? I think that's it. There's a lot of other things that we could be talking about. The world is on fire. But just keep your head up. We'll figure this shit out. Check yourself on a regular. We've been here, going on 3 hours. Hundreds up in the chat for y'all. Bow. And with that said, I think that is it. We'll see what happens. We know we got at least one more season of the show coming.
A lot of my cases was drug possession, Scott.
I gotta go through the Discord to find other things to talk about, but there's a lot of editing that gotta happen. A lot of joints gotta go out this week. A lot of videos gotta go out this week, and I'll be working on the voiceover setup, so you'll see a little bit less of me. You'll see me Friday night, most likely. Everyone have a great night. Thank you for hanging out. Let me go through the chat. Y'all can give me any questions or concerns on the way out. Hundreds up on the way out. Shout out Primo, Shannon, Clock Out, Zoraida, 030 North, Jennifer Myers, ECA 22, Primo, LV, Calvin Crosby, Upper Echelon, Velez, 030, Pelon, Fernando, Pooh, Pure Art, salutes. Chucky Chingon. Oso was up in here earlier. Eddie Jimenez was up in here earlier. Shout out Pete Never. Thank you for the super chat. Shout out Raven. Eduardo Cruz. This thing is janky. Shannon. Shout out Pete. Shout out Dan Sosa. Raven. HG salutes. IB. Jose Amado. Daniel the Great. Oh, JP on the check-in. I thought I recognized him. Oh, I'm going to tell you right now, Pete. Shout out Jonathan Pantora. Salute Shah Il Madu, Il Cartel members in chat. Hope you're having a great day full of love and blessings. Please like and subscribe as you enjoy the quality content. It is free. Don't cost you a thing. Loyalty over royalty. Salutes, chat. Y'all were on fire today. Salutes to y'all. Shout out 298 Sosa. Yeah, Papa, it's been 3 hours. I got 4 more jobs to get done today. Shout out Shannon. Have a good night. Salutes to everybody. Chucky Chingong. Pete Never, is that security for a rapper? Yes, that is Reggie Wright. He was the head of security for Death Row Records. A man named in many conspiracy theories over the years. So yeah, former police officer. Convicted of Mary Jane situations. So yeah, shout out Zoraida Shah, great live, thank you very much. Shout out Jose Amado. If y'all haven't hit the like button on the way in, make sure you hit it on the way out. Salutes to y'all. Y'all have a great night. We're gonna go out the same way we came in. Have a good day. If your work day's not over, get that paper, go home, get that meal. Salute. Peace.
Hanging from a thread till you dead, cause your partner put a price on your head, cause your chick was laying up in his bed. She getting details, spilling every word that you said. She working retail, thirsty bitch just trying to get ahead. If history tell us anything, y'all both end up dead. It's just a street tale, a fable, some shit someone said. Sit at the table and hope there's more to offer than bread. Pulled out the cradle, first steps you getting chased by a fed. No head starts, just body parts and lead sparks. Old religion, brand new hate and weak hearts. Oligarchs, krakens, dragons, you see sharks. Imagine you could manage to maneuver the deep part. You a savage, you can have it, just show all your teeth sharp. If you could grab it, you could stab it, just aim for the bleeding heart. The ones that show compassion, the soldier that seeks art. Does the artist that wage war take over or take part? Taking a knee, thinking no one faithful is me. I'm good people in bad lands, no evil live within me. I mind mine, I survive, find this land's for the free. If I'm mistaken, I'm forsaken, no one rescuing me. Residual effects, straight bullets through familiar necks. For any number of infractions that I deem disrespect. Your beliefs, you deserve better, but we both in the shit. You just haven't come to grips with it yet. Fight or flight, and they ain't really nowhere to go. If your back is against the wall and you ain't throwing no blows, you gon' crumble in the rubble, become blood in the snow. If you a victim, they collect them, grab the body and go. Dig them and ditch them, total disregard for the soul. Gas them and lit them, watch the flesh burn in the glow. Where we live and catch a shiver, this a hell you don't know. Your best hope is that your dying ain't slow, or your dying's a show. Where we at, it's every man for his own. A bloody backdrop, where killers just zone and slice flesh to the bone. Masked and gloved up front of your home. A flash of gun, but the side of your dome. Fresh blood from a stone, dents in your sense. Kick your fucking ball through the fence, dare you to say something. No sense in sitting around in suspense. Find out what's next, open your fucking mouth, disrespect. See the extent of how my life is intense. She beautiful and oppressed in a permanent summer dress. She a servant and still she blessed. Children cradled against her breast, whispering prayers, wishing their souls the best, knowing that they forgotten, not forgetting they're blessed. The bloodiest red lights, just piles of dead life. Something must be broken, the glyphs wasn't read right. You think them Bible papers will shed light? Yeah, right. Burn after reading, tell the preacher I'm leaving.